I'm Eva, I'm your aerial teacher, and welcome to my stretching routine for every day if you want. So, you're gonna need one room, a couple of yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can use the side of your bed, side of your sofa, or old books. I also use sometimes a knee pad from Decathlon. If you don't have it, don't worry, you can use pillows or anything else. You can double fold yoga mat. You will definitely need some nice soft surface, such as yoga mat or these foam mats. And we're gonna get stretching. This is gonna be a full body stretch. You can do daily, you can do it a couple of times a day as you want. There's a couple of rules. Never hold your breath, keep breathing. Don't overstretch yourself, so I'm gonna invite my friend to help me with the stretching for doing some modifications. And if you need more, you can always stretch more, or you can always stretch longer in the stretch, or you can stay shorter in the stretch. Now, without any further ado, I will introduce you my friend Mums. I'm in France right now, she's my French friend. Hello Mums!
Hi!
And she's gonna do some modifications, and we'll get started. We'll start with this warm-up, like a yoga warm-up. We're gonna do the downward dog. And we're gonna move the feet. This warms up the hamstrings and a bit of the shoulders. Then we're gonna open the legs and close the hands together. And we're gonna scooch backwards. Try to touch the heels over the ground. And hold a little bit. Don't forget to breathe, like I said. This stretches the shoulders. Then we're gonna open the hands again on the shoulder width. And we're gonna go forward to a planche. Then we do a mild press up down. We're gonna put the feet straight and push up to a cobra. Just a nice mild cobra, not anything too difficult, just to warm up. Then we're gonna put the toes under and press back up. And again, for the planche, little press down, straighten the feet, and back up. Curl your toes, press up. And we'll do 3 more sessions of this planche. Press the palm, straighten, and cobra. Curl your toes, press up to downward dog. And again, planche, press down, straighten the feet, press back. Curl your toes and press. I think 2 more. Plank. Press down. Straighten your feet. Press up. Curl your toes. Press up. And we're going to do the last one, and I should be a little bit warmer than we started. Planche, press down, cobra. Curl your toes. And last downward doggy. Really try to get the heels from the ground. Keep your elbows and the knees straight. Alright, from here we're gonna go to sort of dog position. I'm gonna turn around so you can see both sides. And you just wanna roll your back around. This should warm up our spine. Also to the other side. also up and down and up. You want to look at your belly button when you go and up and down and up and down. Last one. Up and up. Now I'm getting nice and warm. I'm gonna take the sweater off so you can see my shape better. Warmer? Yeah, it is working. Then we're gonna do a modification of this. We're gonna roll the head around and then look at one side of the butt. We're gonna roll everywhere and look at the other side of the butt. And roll and look. And look. It's like you want to see all the side of the rooms. So you want to see one side, floor, other side, ceiling, and then you shift the butt. This helps to warm up the spine more. So it's always one side, other side, up, and then you shift the butt. You look at it. You turn and shift. Yeah. Do 2 more. Alright. Now we go on our elbows. You want to interlace the fingers. You want to put the thumbs together. You put them under your chin. And you just press mildly to warm up the neck. And relax a bit. And again, I'm pushing my chin up when I'm doing this. You should squeeze you should feel like a mild squeeze behind your leg. And relax. So, we're going to start from the legs. We want nice straight legs. You're going to bend one leg over the other. You're going to reach up and you want to touch the chest to your leg. Mom's is doing great. If for any reason you can't reach so far, you can always stay here. Ideally, you want to go with the chest towards the leg. I'm going to stay here for a bit. This relaxes the muscles here, it stretches the butt and the hip. It's a nice hip opener. Don't forget to breathe, like I said. And we're going to turn, and we're going to change the legs. So one is straight, one is crossed over, arms go up, and you're going to reach far, far, far away to your maximum. We're not going to do any partner stretches today, as I assume you don't have a partner at home. So I'm going to do everything individual. Mom's is here just to do variations later on for different levels of stretching. Now, why is stretching good for us? Because it increases the blood flow, it makes you more happy, and it can prevent a lot of injuries, it gives you better range of motions, and of course for aerials much nicer lines. But it can be beneficial for all sports and dancing. So the more flexible they are, the better for you. Alright, now we're going to do 2 legs. Same things, you want to have nice straight legs, straight knees. You can either flex your feet or point, you can choose. Again, you reach up, take a nice breath, and go forward. important is to keep the chest on the knees. So I don't want to see anything like this. Arms nice, straight back. And you should feel the stretch right under your knees. Feeling it? As a modification, you want to flex your feet. You want to grab them. And if this is already enough challenge, you stay here. If not, you can bend your elbows towards your shins without bending the knees. This will give you extra stretch under the knees, and the hamstring and the calves. And relax. Shake your legs a bit. So we're going to return to the first exercise we did. You're going to try to cross this really far on the hip. So, Mums is doing variation. If you can't reach for your foot behind your back, you take your hand and you reach for your elbow. And you take this foot. Yes. So, if you can reach, you can join me. If you can't reach, you can join Mums. Yeah, I'm going to stay here for a while. If you want an extra nice stretch, you can press the knee down. The stretch is good for a hip, to open up the hips and to open up the shoulder. And release. We're going to change it up. I'm putting this like really high into the hip, so I'm not crossing it like this. I'm really trying to close it in. And then I reach behind. And if you can't, you can just grab your hands. If you want an extra pressure, you can press the knee down. And don't forget to breathe. Release. The next one, I'm going to show it like this. You want to cross the legs over each other, the lotus. This is very good for the knees and to open up the hips. If you can't do that, you can do it once. You just cross one and you place the other one on the ground. It's good to start with. If you're already further, you can try to cross them. Or just going to sit here and relax for a bit. Now this opens up the hips a lot and it opens up the knees a lot. It can also hurt you at the ankles because it also opens the ankles. So something you should build up. So variation one, just cross one foot and the other one on the ground. If you can, cross them both. From here, you're going to place the arm on the ground. You're going to try to touch the elbow. Then you're going to touch the hand. Try to keep both sit bones on the ground. Imagine you're between two walls, so not too much in the front, not too much in the back. I'm trying to be straight, like between two walls. And you should feel the stretch here on the side. You can also breathe into that side. And change. Go to the other side. Place the hand next to you. Just bend if this is already. Try to sit on the ground with both sit bones. and breathe. Breathe a lot into this side. It's supposed to get longer. Last one, we're going to go forward. Mouse is going to stay in this position, and I'm going to show you from this side. You just want to go forward. As far as you can, to our maximum. Both sit bones are trying to stay on the ground. Slowly return. Now we're going to slowly let go of the legs. I had my right on top. Just remember which one was where. Slowly let go. Shake them up a bit. And then, of course, we have the other side. I had my right on top. So right goes under. Left goes on top. Sit here for a while. And we repeat the whole stick. So again, if you can't cross them both, just cross one and put the other one on the ground. Now you're working on the other side. So I have my right on top, now I have my left on top, or the other way around, depends what you did first. We're going to start on the right. Press the arm down. It may feel different because now the other leg is on top. It's normal. And breathe. Send your breath to your side and your hips. Return. If for any reason you want to stay in some positions shorter or longer, you can. Go to the other side, so I place my hand, I bend my elbow, and bend sidewards, like I'm between two mirrors or two walls. And this depends where you can go. Pressing this opposite side to the floor, so I'm not lifting like this. And it's stable on the ground. Don't forget to breathe, take a lot of big breath into the side that is stretching. And return. And then we went forward. Just to go as far as you can. I'm still breathing. And slowly return. Like I said, if you want to stay somewhere longer or shorter, do that. Slowly let go of your legs. You might feel your knees, you might feel your ankles. Shake them up a bit. The next one is to open up the hip more and the hip flexor. So we're gonna go into a lunge. You want to have a nice straight back leg, and this knee is 90 degrees. I'm just going to stay here for a bit. Then I'm going to lift it up and try to straighten both legs. Both heels should be on the ground. You can also close more if you need some. Try to touch the back heel to the ground. Yeah, that looks good. If for any reason you can't reach the ground, you can stay here, anywhere in between. You can touch the fingers. You can also use your yoga blocks from here. If you can, hands on the ground, heels on the ground, both of them. Try to square up your hip. And if you can bring the chest over to your knee. If you can't, that's okay. Depends on you. And we're going to go back down into the lunge. I have my left leg and right arm, this opposite leg, opposite arm. I'm gonna turn the leg out onto the side of the foot. And I can also, if I want, press a little bit extra to open up the hip more. The back leg staying straight. A variation, we're going to put the knee down and then do it again. We're going to stay in this lunge. Now I want to have a nice square hip. Foot is 90 degrees or more, so it's never here under, it's always 90 degrees or more. Hip is square, my back foot is straight, and then you can relax there. This stretches the hip flexor. We're going to do this, but then in the back. It will give us a nice little extra stretch in the shoulders. You're going to open up your shoulders and open up your chest. Doing it. Put the arms over the head, and if you want and can, you can look backward. When you have enough, you return. And we're going to press this foot back. Again, if you can just stay here, and if you can bring the chest lower. If you can't, no worries. If this is coming too easy for you, you can also take the foot and try to touch all the toes to the ground. So there was something to work on. Let go a little bit. And we return for, we're gonna flex now. So instead of pointing, we're gonna flex. We're gonna try to do it again. Keep your leg super straight. Keep your flex really active. Again, if you can't reach so low, just stay here, anywhere between, or if you can, go all the way. And relax. Alright. So you can shake your legs a bit. And we're gonna do everything on the other side. I have my left leg now. I'm gonna do my right leg. I'm gonna turn around for you to see the other side. And you can just probably switch the side. You can stay in that position. So what we started with was a lunge. Back leg is straight, foot 90 degrees, arms next to the foot. I'll stay here for a bit. And now we straighten up. So both heels are touching the ground. The body depends a little bit on your flexibility. It can be anywhere from here to down. If you're touching the ground, try to touch the chest to your knee. Increase your step if you can. The rule is the heels are touching the ground, both of them. And legs are super straight. This stretches this whole line, hamstring, under the knee. You will feel it, for sure. And it also stretches the lower back. We're gonna return to our big lunge. Opposite arm, opposite leg. I turn my foot. I keep my leg straight in the back and press a little extra. For a variation, we put the knee down, we turn the foot out, so I'm on this side of the foot, and I press again. Open up the hip even more. We're going to go into our forward lunge. This leg is super straight, 90 degrees or more, depending on your range of motion. Nice square hips. If I had two lamps, they'd be shining straight forward, they'd be not all over the room. My body weight is in the middle, I'm not leaning forward. I'm nice in the middle. I'm feeling this leg that's in the back, that's where the stretch is. If you need more, you can put the foot further to get more stretch. Depends on you. As an alternative, we're going to grab the elbows in the back. And we're going to put the arms up. I'm going to interlace the head ball and they're touching your ears. If you want, you can. You press back. Nice straight leg, straight knee. Try to straighten your foot. The body can be anywhere from here to down. Depends on your flexibility. I'm also trying to keep the hips square. And you can focus also on this foot to make it lower. I'm going to relax a bit. I will return to the same stretch with a flexed foot. It's a bit of a different sensation. Very, very, very active legs. And that was it. And now we're ready for more. You can rub your legs a bit, relax your muscles. Now, next exercise, the pigeon. If you want, you can use your blocks. There behind you. For the hands. Will stay this direction. So first we're going to open up the hip more and then we're going to work on the back. So you want to place your leg 90 degrees. You can block it up with the blocks so that you can move. And then you try to bring the hip down. If you can't, you can do what Mom's is doing. You can play with this a little bit, like that. If you can, just bring the leg back behind you and stay here. Otherwise you can keep on moving. You try to bring it back and then you just keep on moving back and forth. You should feel it on this side, in the butt and the hip. Perhaps also here. We're going to take the one leg and we're going to close it more. And this one should be flat in the ground. At least that's the goal. And your body is not down here, it's up. Try to relax the butt. So you're trying to relax this part and back, and you should feel a stretch here. The body is 90 degrees at least. Let me show you like this. Called jet split or pigeon split. From there, you can twist a little bit and bring this leg as far as you can. Yes. So in some cases it's going to go where mom goes. If you're more flexible, you can bring it all the way to the front and your armpit. If this is already coming easy, you can try to twist your body a little bit more to the front. This is the flexibility of the quadriceps, so it depends a bit. this one. I have my leg. I will put my elbow. And either you can stay here, or you can go for the mermaid. So you want to put your elbow into the foot. If you can. Yeah, there. And you can stay here, or you can twist the elbow up. Good. Variation number 1, if you can and want. You touch the hands behind your head. And then you try to twist a little bit more to the front. And let's just stay where mom's is. Just put the back leg down, shake it up a bit. And before we go to the other side, we're gonna do this splitting. Now that it's nice and warm, just gonna stretch this foot up and do a split. Now, I already have my split. Just trying to square up my hip, body's up. If you don't have your split, we'll use moms as an example. Just do your best with the same leg that you had in front this whole time. Yes. Keep your body 90 degrees. I'm going to correct her a little bit. You want to make sure that everything is straight. Yes. And you just do your very, very, very best. Stay there for a while till when it's still comfortable and not too painful. So if you don't have your splits, just do your best, stay there a bit. If you do have your splits already, try to work on twisting the hips forward. So not to the side, but forward. Just stay here for a while. And then we're going to repeat everything on the other side, of course. I have my left now in front. I'm going to go to the right. If you're a little bit more flexible than this, you can, this is the time. This is just for the variation. You can use the blocks as well. So as an idea, if you're searching for more flexibility, you can add 1 block at this point to the front. You can add 2 blocks at this point. If it's still not enough, you can add 3 blocks at this point. Like I said, it's individual. See what you need. You can sit there for 1 or 2 minutes, as much as you can. If you're getting over 3 blocks, you can use something higher, like a side of your bed or sofa or a chair, anything. If you've done the front with blocks, don't forget to do the back as well. You're still working the same leg, so if you're doing the variation, place the knee on the block. So when I bend it, it's on the block. And also do this side on block. Block. Try to do the same amount as you did in the front. So again, I place my knee up and try to stay straight. This will give you better flexibility for the back leg. And I said 3. So 3 blocks. Make sure you can bend them. Alignment, and step forward and straighten. If you were on the side of the bed, do that. Timing is in the video. We're gonna repeat everything on the right, and that was for the splits today. So shake your legs off a bit. I had my left in front, so now I'm going to do right in front. We started with this position. We had 2 blocks. You want your leg to be 90 degrees, you can block it up with the blocks. You can also put it under the foot. And you just try. If you can't, you stay here. And you try to roll on it a little bit. You can help yourself with your hand. If you can. 90 degrees leg, and the other one's in the back. You can also apply melt pressure here to push the leg more down if you need it. You can also move in it a little bit, you don't always have to sit still. See what feels better for you. Now we're going to take the front leg, and we're going to bring it more inside. You want to lift the body up. And you're trying to get this part of the leg. So this part you're trying to get down to the ground. Relax your back, relax your butt. Alright, finish the next exercise on this side. Next one we did grip the leg and we brought it as far as we could. Try to keep up, don't go too much forward. So anywhere is good. Take your time with it. Don't rush. Nice. Don't worry. Just do your best. If this is coming easy, try to shift. Just have it move forward. And an exploration. I'm going to bring this to your elbow. And either you can stay here, 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 and you can reach behind your head. Also try to grip more and shift the mermaid. And otherwise you can do what Mom does, just here or here, but preferably in the up. Slowly, just go back, relax the leg a bit. And then we have the splits on the other side with this leg in front. So right now for me that's the right leg. So the same leg that was the whole time in front. Again, I'm trying to work on square hips, bodies up, straight legs. Try to relax your legs eventually. Nice pointed feet. Shoulders up. And if you don't have your splits yet, you do your best. Moms will show us. So make sure your legs are straight, your hips are straight, and your body is 90 degrees to where you can go. So preferably a little bit more. You want to have them under your hips, actually. You want to have them actually a little bit more here. That's the one. You can slide a little bit forward, or you may be okay with it. You just stay there and relax. Do your best, and it will come. Stretching is a process, it's a journey. It doesn't happen overnight, it will take a while. By practicing regularly, you will get there. When you have enough, you have enough. Take this individual. If you've done the blocks before, so this is when you don't have your split. If you already have it and you want to progress more, this is the time to grab the blocks. I'm going to show it on this side. You can take one block. Place your heel on it. You should always straighten even, so both legs should have the same amount of blocks. Never do 2 or 1 on the other side. Always do the same amount of blocks. So if you've done 1, stay with 1. If you've done 2, go also on this side on 2, even if it's worse. If you've done 3 like me, 4, do 3. If you use that or anything else, do that. Even if this side is not so good for you, do the same amount. And the side that is worse, you try to stay longer in this. We also did the back leg, of course. Again, it's the same rules, same amount of blocks in the back as on the other side. I started with 1. You should always build it up. Don't start immediately on 3. Make sure you can bend your knee. Just go forward. And straighten your leg out. There is no tomorrow. Try to keep your hips square. Let's go 1 block. 2 blocks. You can start with 2 blocks and then build up to 3 or that side if you're really flexible. Otherwise start with 1. Might feel different on the other side, it's normal. Now it's 2 blocks. You can always stay somewhere longer or shorter as you need, as you want. If this is your worst side like me, stay there longer than you did on the good side to even it out. When you have at least 3 blocks after this, the side of the bed is the better option because 4 blocks falls. See? And keep your legs straight. Alright, so that was for the front splits. Now we'll do 2 exercises for the middle splits, my favorite ones, and we do a couple of bridges. And then I think we kind of end some shoulders before we do the bridges. And I think we can kind of round up. So 2 exercises to open up the hips more. We're going to start with a simple one. Just like this. And you want to just roll the hip up and down. just to open it a little bit more. I will show you from the side what it looks like on the side. So you're going to use your back for it. So it's like you want to lift the butt up and up, up and up. Now we're going to return to the front. Find your maximum and roll up and down. It's a movement. Then you want to make a couple of circles around. To open the hip even more. Also to the other side. And then you will go to the front as far as you can go. You stay here for a bit. You can go as far as you can see Mom. She wants to place the hands a little bit further. And it's like you want to grip the mat and pull towards it a bit. Nice. That looks good to me. So you're always trying to reach for your personal maximum. Also here, I want the legs as far open as possible. I'm grabbing the floor and I'm pulling towards the floor. I'm already here, same thing. Just straighten your back. Breathe. Slowly return. Slowly return your legs. I'm going to make a couple of movements to release a bit of the tension. You are on your elbows. Make a few circles, about 6. To the side. You can keep your knee. Then we're going to flex the foot and reverse the movement. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we change. I keep my knee close to the ground. 1, 2. If you're cracking, it's normal. 4, 5. Flex your foot and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll turn this way for the next one. So we can do. Relax. We'll just open to our personal maximum. I'm going to chill here for a bit. So, if your legs aren't that far as mine, don't worry about it. What you want is to really straighten this up, so you can even close a little bit more. As long as these knees are straight. And then you try to open there. Nice. So you want super straight, super strong and super active legs, so that I'm not like, tighten them up. And then I hold it. If you're getting cramp in your feet, you can move them around. You don't have to keep them pointed. You can alternate with flex. You can roll them to help you to relax as well. But don't bend your knees. You want to keep them straight at all costs. You can take your arms, place them on your knees. And you mildly give a little bit weight down. Just a mild pressure and let the gravity do the rest of the work. But keep your knees straight. Don't slack off. Don't bend them. I can see you. Even if you're flexing, knees are actively straight. Now we place the hands on the other side of the knees. And we slowly close the legs. And then bend the knees towards your chest and press to your chest. This should relax your hip a bit. You can repeat this more times if you want. And you could stay there longer or shorter, depends. The last one for the hip opening, the froggy. So you can repeat this, you can join on us as you want. The next one is the froggy. So you want your legs 90 degrees. I'm going to show it like this. So the legs are 90 degrees, feet are 90 degrees. And first we're going to move up and down. Mouse is going to stay there so you can see it from all different angles. We'll move over a little bit. So 90 degrees feet and knees. And you're going to move up and down to open the hip more. So the last hip opening exercise for the middle splits. You can also move in a circle. Try to see and feel all the range of motion you've got back and forth. It will help to open up more. Then you're going to find this very awful spot in the back that you find the most painful. So you have to go more to the back with the butt. Over there. And you're going to actively squeeze the knees with the floor. You can see my feet are mild lifting and release. And again, squeeze and release. And you really want to feel it. So squeeze, release. And one more time. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. Now, as you see with me, I'm already a little bit lower. I'm just going to show you on once. She's in a good position. She should be a little bit more here. So when she squeezes, so squeeze. So you really press this against the floor and release. Yeah. And then this should be going lower. She's doing very well. You can repeat it again, or you can call it a quits. What is a middle split? If you want at this point and you're really low on the ground, again you can do with blocks. If you're as far as moms from the ground, stay with this. If you want a little bit extra, this is the time when you can use the blocks as well. Measure the distance. Knees are on the blocks. Same thing. Squeeze. Release. A little bit more upward. Yes. And I'm still in the back. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. I'm not trying to do just this. It's really with the knees. I'm trying to keep straight. So this is where you can attach the blocks if you need, so 1 or 2 or more, as you want. You can also do this in between chairs if you're really flexible. And to finish it off, Mums is not ready for it, which is okay. She can keep practicing this. If you're ready for the full middle split, you start from pancake. So not for you. It's just for the more flexible ones. Then you go to your middle split. If you want a nice exercise as an extra, you can do the full roll through. Roll through back and because my floor is not sliding, so it's a bit harder. It's better on the sliding floor. You can do a couple of times up and down, but only if your frog is nearby the ground. If you're as far as mums, don't try it because it will not work and it's too much for you. Only for the more advanced. First, curriculum split. And you can do the full roll through and back. Try to stay with the butt as long as possible. This was the last one for the middle split. We're gonna do shoulders, few bridges, and the round off. So, for the shoulders, we're gonna need 2 blocks or 3, or the side of the bat. I'm gonna use the feet. There's another thing. Mums can use the blocks. I'll do it this way. So I need something higher because I'm already further. If you're not that far, you can use 1 or 2 blocks. You have your elevation. You place your elbows on it. Now there's a difference, so I'm going to show you right now. This is when I'm keeping my butt closed, meaning tailbone down. This is when I arch it extra. So what we want to do is place the elbows on the chair or elevation that you've got, side of the bed, sofa, this kind of thing. She has the blocks. Elbows are on it, head is down, and your tailbone is down. And then you give your pressure. Don't relax the butt. Tailbone is down. This is mainly for the shoulders, opening more. So I'm keeping my tailbone down. And I'm just pressing into the shoulders. Now we're going to relax the pressure a little bit, and now we're going to arch the back as well. So now you can see I can go lower. This will get more of the upper back though. So now you can press the tailbone to the wall or to the ceiling. Elbows are still on the elevation, and now I curve my whole back. I will go lower, and this will be less for my shoulder and more for my upper back. Again, individual time. And as the last variation, we're going to press the hand palms together, thumbs are touching the back, and then you can do the full extend. This will stretch your triceps a bit more. Breathe where you feel the pain. Breathe into there and focus your breath on it. And relax. You can choose to repeat this set. You can quit by here as you want. I'm going to put this away. And now we're gonna go for one more stretch. I'm gonna show it this direction. You're on your knees. You're gonna stay 90 degrees with the floor. Now reach up. And you're gonna place the chest towards the floor. Really try to stay 90 degrees with my legs. I'm trying to touch the chest to the floor. Very nice. You can stay here a little bit longer, like what Mom's doing, if you need a little extra for your neck, I'm gonna place a yoga block under the chin. So if this isn't flat on the ground here yet, just stay in this position. If you're seeking out for some little more, then you take the block, place it under your chin, and then everything else stays the same. Just to the ground, like these trap. And slowly come out. Again, you can choose to do this longer or shorter as you want. Don't forget to roll your shoulders a bit in all directions to relax them. Grab that change. Before we go into bridge, we're going to do one more shoulder stretch, and then the bridge as it is. I'm going to bring the elbow behind. First, softly. Then you're going to close your ribs and push it a bit further. When you have it, your desired, you're going to press against the elbow, chin up, and stomach in. I'll show you from the back. I'm pressing with my head against the shoulder. I'm going to keep the upper one there, and you try to close off the other one. Try to touch it. Now, you might be starting with the fingers like this, maybe with the upper top, if you can. You can grab it much further, as you need, as you want. When you have a desired thing, don't forget to lift the chest, press with the head against, and close your ribs off. Don't arch too much. This will open your shoulder more. Do breathe. Take a really, really deep breath. Take one more. Now, slowly let go, and slowly, as your shoulders bend to the maximum, roll it out. Take your time with this. Your shoulders, move your head a little bit, all directions. We're going to do it on the other side. From that. So again, I take my now left or the other side, depends which one you're doing first. First, place it to your comfort zone, wherever you normally go. Take a few breaths, ribs in, chin up. Now we're going to push it a little bit, to bring it a little bit further. Your desired place of being, and again, ribs in, chin up, straight back, press against. Don't forget to breathe, 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 breathe where you feel the pain. Take a deeper breath, more hearable breath. I can hear you. Then we're gonna leave this arm here in its maximum. And grab the other one. And I will show you from the back how it looks. So you can start with the fingers if you need to. Start with this. Or if you can, try to work your way up. And again, I'm kind of in my maximum right now. So, ribs in, remind yourself, head up, chin up, smile, and breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Try to relax, except the ribs and the head. Try to relax your shoulder, open. Press the head more back. Alright, slowly release. Just let go. Slowly, slowly, slowly unwind. You bring to your maximum with your shoulder. Gentle, be nice. Roll your shoulders. Roll your head as well. Relax a bit, and go to the child's pose. Just relax a bit your neck, your shoulders. And get mentally ready for some bridges. Alright, we're going to do one more warm up for the back for the bridge. And then we're going to do the bridge. We're going to do just the ones lifting from the ground up. And maybe one with a twist for more advanced people. We're not going to go from standing to the back because if you're alone, there's nobody for you to help you if something happens. So we're going to keep safe. The warm up for the back. You want to stand on your knees. The distance is your shoulder width or your hip width. I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to do it the other way. You're going to grab the foot, reach backwards, and press the hip forward. Then you circle the hand and you press forward. Do the other side. And you circle around. Interlace the fingers. Left. Press. Keep going. And then you kind of want to bounce. So you kind of want to bounce it out. So you always want to kind of bounce it because you're warming up the back. And then you continue on the other side. Go bounce, 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 around, middle, curve. So you make it sort of half circle to the back, half circle back. Nice. And bounce. You want to press this forward. When I touch the hand, the other leg. This can go down. Yeah. Nice. And this one. Great. And you want to bounce. Bounce. You put this hand here. Yes. And bounce. 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 You take off this hand and bounce. 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 And reach in. It's a full circle this way. Yes. Alright, we're gonna do, I'll do 3 sessions, 1 and back is 1, 2, 3, you can join me, This will warm up our back, and then we go into the bridges, and then we're finished. Yay! 3 times in a row at your own time and space and speed. Or you join me. Bounce, 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 and another round. Don't forget to breathe, like I said. Rule number 1. Every time I go forward, I breathe out. And around. That was number 2. Last session. That was my last round. Let's finish off. Meanwhile, for bridges, it's better without socks. You want all the grip you can have, not to slide away from the bridge. So, getting into bridge. We stretched just about everything, so we should be ready enough. Never do bridges cold. You always want to stretch the hip flexor, the back, the shoulder, and then you can get into some bridge. Since you're training alone, we're going to do the ones lifting from the ground. The feet shouldn't be further than your hips, and the hands shouldn't be further than your shoulders, in your shoulder distance. I will show you first. Elbows are closed, they're not here, they're close together at your shoulders, and the feet are at your hips. Can you press up? You're trying to get the weight over your shoulder and straight the arms. It's probably going to be challenge number 1. Breathe. And relax a bit. So there's another way into a bridge that we can try if you're a little bit more advanced. This is already a thing for you. You can also use the wall to block your feet not to slide any further. If you need to block your arms, you can use the wall on the other side. If you want to try the other way to get into bridge, you can. After that, I will show you a couple of variations, what you can do in a bridge to get a better bridge. So, there's another way into bridge from the side. It requires a little bit more strength and flexibility, especially in your shoulder. You're going to have 3 points of contact, which is going to be your arm and 2 feet. Evenly. So I'm not just on my arm or just on my feet. My weight is evenly distributed. And this elbow is going to turn. So I don't want to be on my fingers too much with the weight. I just want to have it on my elbow. So I'm able to turn. See? So the fingers are not really touching. Then you go backwards, you turn the fingers inwards, and you make a bridge. I will show you from this side, and I will try to show you from the back. Watch the arm especially. It shifts, turns, and I'm in my bridge. Same thing back, like that. This is a bit more advanced. If you're not feeling for it, don't worry about it. Just do them from pushing up from the ground. If you want to try this, I will show you from this side. And I'm turning. can choose to do the side on the way out. You should try them on both sides. So that's another way into bridge. This exercise is very good for mobility of the shoulders, but do it only if you feel up for it. So, how to improve a bridge? You already saw the solid into a bridge. We're going to do a couple of exercises. We're going to get into the bridge the way you want. You're going to put the hands together. You're going to leave the feet open. You're going to press over the shoulders. What does that mean? So I'm going to show you this way from the... Make your bridge. Not to get out of power. This one is the easy one. You're going to bring the hands together. And you're going to press over. Try to straighten your elbows as much as you can. The 5 to the 10. And then you put your head to your chest. Return and go back. There's a bit of compensation. Take a little moment to rest. And move to the back. So, shoulder width. Just press. Beautiful. Now try to get more over your shoulders. Beautiful. Very nice. Try to breathe, open up here. Keep this straight and try to get more over your shoulder. But it's individual, so don't press yourself too much. Enough is enough, and don't forget to breathe. Focus it all the time. Compensate a little bit, take a rest. Exercise number 2. We have the hands together. Now we're going to keep them apart and the feet will join together. And we're trying to stretch the feet to a straight position, pressing the body over the shoulders. So, I will just press up the bridge. Feet are hip width. Hands, closed elbows. Shoulder width. Press up. Hands are staying. Feet are coming together. And just try to press. Press. Just so you can straighten the legs. And come back down. Again, compensate a little bit. See how many presses or how many times you manage. Do take a really good deep breath. And try. So then staying apart and feet are coming together. This one will open a lot to your chest. Take your time. Yes, just try to straighten the feet. Give her a little help. If you're alone, you can put the feet against the wall. Yes, nice crack. Just till where you go. If you can't stretch completely, don't worry about it. It will come by time. Individual. If you don't have a friend to hold your feet, you can place them against the wall. Not just slide away. 2 times this one, if you can. This will open a lot of the chest, the shoulder, a bit of the back. And we'll get your bridge a little bit more over the shoulders, which you want. Okay, I'll do them around. And then we'll do a cobra and then we're good to go. Again, my feet are just my hip width. Elbows are closed. I'm not like, elbows are closed. Hands are just on my shoulder width. I lift up with some inhale, exhale. slowly. Let it breathe. Just want to press up. Feet apart. Come back slowly. Compensate. Do one more round for you. I'll be the wall here. I'll be her wall so she doesn't slide away. Press into the arms. Slowly walk your feet towards each other. You want them somewhere in the middle. This one a little bit closer. Very nice. Just try to straighten the legs as much as you can. Lifting up from the shoulders, so you can also press up into the shoulder. Keep moving, keep breathing. Very nice. And go back whenever you need. It is a heavy one. Alright, last bit, the cobra. We can grab the feet as well, and we're good. We all know the cobra, of course. Hands under your shoulders. You can do mildly open your legs and press up. I'm not hanging in my shoulders, I'm pulling the shoulders down, and I'm trying to stay with my pelvis on the ground. Relax your butt. Okay, good. If you want, you can bring the head more back. We'll do the second round with legs closed, which is a bit harder, so you might not be able to go all the way up. Same idea, hands are under the shoulders. Deep breath and breath. If this is all, that's fine, as long as the legs are together. So maybe you need to adjust your arms more forward. Press the hips towards the ground, don't lift them up. Shake your head up. And the third round we're going to do, put again the legs mildly split up, hands under the shoulder. Try to go for your absolute maximum that you got without lifting the hips from the ground. Breath. It is the last thing you want to use. Hips forward, chest open, shoulders back, head. And a very, very, very last one. I'm going to grab your ankles. And try to keep your knees as close together as possible. I'm just going to pick up. Whenever you have enough feet, just go back. You can do this 2 or 3 times according to your own needs. Ready, steady, go. fine, just a different sensation. The child pose. Oh. So, I hope you had fun, and I hope you like the video. I'll see you next time. It's like 1.5 hours later for 1 hour.